Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires, the Hunter and the Beast, and the second part of my Nakai the Wanderer campaign. We're sailing away on our giant stone ship. Of course, stone, a very buoyant material, as don't think about it, as far as I remember. To be honest, though, we do have a giant floating temple to fly around in. Maybe it transforms into a boat. The question being, what's the point of transforming into a boat if you're floating anyway? But I guess maybe it's, fitting in with the other boats. Not sure. Anyway, last time we took on Albion and conquered it. There we go. The whole of Albion now under our control. Chaos corruption is dropping. Public order is fine-ish. It'll get better. And they now belong to our vassal because, yes, Nakai, he loves erecting. He likes putting up temples. That's his thing. I'm not going to kink shame him. We've all got to have our hobbies, and Nakai's hobby is building temples. Fair enough. He likes building them to the old one, to the green old one, the blue old one, and of course the red, not to forget the red old one as well. All of those old ones, the different coloured ones, and so we've currently been building lots of temples to the red old one, who's Baron Itzel, because that's going to give more weapon strength to our Croxagors, who I love. It's also going to give us access to certain blessed units, and also allow us to potentially get a Skink Chief. Now, a Skink Chief is important because Skink Chiefs increase your replenishment, and we really need replenishment. We've only got half an army, and we can't really afford much more at the moment. So we need to keep this army in tip-top condition. More replenishment is going to be vital to that, especially because we're travelling. I could potentially head down to the Empire and kill squishy humans for a bit. I'm kind of tempted to do that, but we do need to kill Norsca for our victory. So we're going to go and head to Norsca, and I think instead of going to Pack Ice Bay, which is over here, I think what we're actually going to do is... It's very, very square over there, isn't it? Is that supposed to be that square? Don't think so. We're going to head over here instead. And the reason we're going to head over there is because there's a settlement over here, and then there's more settlements sort of in the centre. There's more settlements here than we can reach along the coastline. The coastline is quite sparse, but there's quite a few settlements sort of here. And my thinking is, as you can see, each one of these capitals increases untainted corruption by +4. The Norscans won't have access to their Chaos Corruption buildings for quite some time, so we can actually cause them a huge amount of trouble by reducing the corruption in their provinces, because the lack of Chaos Corruption in their provinces will increase the public order penalty they get, and you can see already people are a little bit shitty. So if we can basically just cause them enough trouble, then hopefully rebellions will pop up. That will cause some additional issues. I'll have to deal with that. That's going to keep them on the back hoof, which is good, because currently we're probably going to end up at war with pretty much all of Norsca, including, of course, Wulfric, who is also a wanderer. It's Nakai and Wulfric both like wandering. Is there going to be a wanderer off? Maybe. A bitter man versus crocodile rambling session, all in their canvas max with their thermos flasks and their compasses, and they're just doing a bit of rambling across the countryside. Yes. Oh, oof, what a clash of the titans that would be. Let's end the turn. Alright, so the only thing we've really got to do is just sail up over here, I guess. Oh, hello.
No!
Alright. Life Gold Brandenson there. He is the faction leader of the Vanna Heimlings. He already doesn't like me because all this used to... He used to own Albion, and he doesn't anymore. He used to own his nice little... probably had a nice little coastal property here. Doesn't anymore. Now it's temples. Probably. Right. Okay, he's heading in this direction. That's a slight problem. I hope he's only got the one army. He does have the skin walls. I think we'll be fine, as long as he didn't recruit more units. He's probably going to head to the town. He can probably beat us there as well, but I think we'll be okay. So life has run off, which is fine. Let's go and land here. Bop, there we go. Back on dry land, which is good. Right, now we should have enough to do the Skink Chiefs of Distinction. So let's do that. That's going to allow us to recruit Skink chieftains, despite the fact that we don't have the building for it. So if we go here, we can recruit hero. And, Omatadan is disciplined. Let's grab him. Excellent. Okay, we're going to go, yes, replenish troops and Dance of Death, and let's go piercing shots as well. So we can pop him in the army. That's going to give us a little bit more replenishment, which is good. And of course, eventually, Skink Chief, get like things like the Ancient Stegidon, all that kind of good stuff. So we definitely want to, you know, dinosaurs are good, right? Right. Now, what I would also like to get is the 3rd rank of the Ziggurat, because that's going to give us more upkeep reduction, more campaign movement range, more horde growth, and the ability to recruit fucking Croxagors. So we're definitely going to want to do that. I've actually done some renaming. So we've actually got Arlo here. So cool, because I love him, and if anything were to happen to him, I'd kill everyone in the world and then myself. And we've also got the emotional support Crocs, because that's important. And also the average crocodiles. That's basically just to make my wife laugh. Good. Okay, in joke. So, without anything left to do, looks like life is heading for his settlement. I have to be a little bit. Yeah, you can see how his movement suddenly sort of expands in this direction. That's because there's a settlement here on the coast, and he can use that to get back onto the sea without using all his movement. So that's where the settlement is. So we're going to go grab that. Once we grab that, we should then have access to. And we won't have access. We'll start moving towards the next rank of Itzal's approval, which is the recruitment cost reduction, which is shit. But then we get the Beasts of Itzal, so we get a Raised on Hunting Pack summon, which I feel like could be quite potent. So let's pop Mr. Skink Chief in our army, and we're going to be a little bit careful here.
Not a chance.
Okay, so life is there. If we scooch over here, we can encamp. We can get a couple more. We can get 2 more lads. Let's do that. Yep, okay, good. And then we can hit Troll Fjord. Now, it doesn't look like he's recruiting, which is... Will you stop shouting at me, life? You're just rude. That's just rude. Okay, so we can hit Troll Fjord. That's going to give us a toehold in Norsca. If we can also grab Bjornling's Gathering, the problem being that the corruption is going to be a bastard. Corruption is dropping, though, because we're here, which is good. Okay. Good. Okay, Bretonia and Leonesi have confederated. Good stuff, I guess. And we got the spirit of Tenzlati. In pursuit of greater knowledge, the Skink Chiefs have been urging their artisans and engineers to mediate upon Tenzlati, the finder of lost plaques, and to emulate his thirst for understanding. As a result, technology research rates have increased. Oh, that's good. Double research. Bing, bing, bing. Right.
You know nothing.
Jon Snow. Okay, it's got the garrison, but we've got crocodiles. The Norscan right flank heading towards our left flank. The rest of the army sticking in position for the moment. So our spear's going to charge in, and the enemy spear is then going to try and form up to defend the rear of this unit of marauders, as in comes our emotional support crocs. Yeah, they're not doing very well. Another unit of marauders now coming in, and our Saurus warriors with shields are going to deal with these guys. Bit of a clash going on there. The emotional support crocs completely mincing that spear unit, not even slowing down. Skin wolves now coming in, and looks like Nakai tried to get one. Unfortunately, he fell over. Obviously, he fell over the bot. That's embarrassing. Kind of ended up in a... Oh, how did I end up in this position? I mean, that's an HR intervention right there. In he comes, though, dancing into the rear of these skin wolves, helping out Alsaris, and the rest of the battle line is now moving in. On our far right flank, we've got some skinks just holding in position to deal with these marauder spearmen. Our average crocodile is going to come and charge into the flank of these marauders and deal with them. Our skinks going to just dance back and forth with these marauder spearmen, get as many javelins in them as they can, but we don't want them hitting to the rear of the crocscores, so we're just going to get one more volley in and then deal with them in melee. Meanwhile, our skink chieftain is going to hang back and just pop some poison shots into their rear. The skin wall's now fleeing off into the distance, and the Norscan left flank has pretty much just collapsed. The emotional support crocs making a mess of basically anything they come across. And there's Leif Gulbrandinson, and Nakai spotted him. Yep, definitely spotted him. Nakai and Gulbrandinson going toe-to-toe. It looks like, yeah, I think Nakai is almost certainly going to win this one, even if he manages to uppercut some of his own Saurus at the same time. Yeah, that's a fight that's only really going to go one way. The rest of the Norscan army, they've got the centre here is basically holding, and that's about it. They've both flanks having collapsed. The emotional support crocs coming in and hitting them in the flank, backed up by our Saurus warriors and spears. Good stuff there, and in comes the average crocodiles having dealt with their flank. We just need to finish off these marauder hunters who are still throwing axes at us, which is a bit annoying. Gulbrandinson and Nakai still just wailing away at each other. But it looks like, yeah, Nakai is definitely winning this easily. Looks like Gulbrandinson is he's found somewhere else to be. He's off. But Nakai is not going to let him run away. It's like that scene from Terminator, except one's a crocodile. Oh, he's only got 79 health left, which is 10 more than the sexiest amount of health he could have had. Unfortunately, it's not sexy enough. Ah, good scrap. And only lost 190, which... pretty good. Let's go for the red old one. He's the best old one. And we're going to go for more Sacred Guardian buffs so that our Croxagores are the very best. Look at that. 51, 43, 40, 43. Pretty tanky. Pretty good. Good high weapon strength as well. Lovely. Okay, good. So we've taken a province. So we can go over here. In camp, that's going to give us a little bit more replenishment. It's giving us a little bit more money as well, but not really enough to do anything with. We should get another 2k next turn from completing our campaign objectives. So I think I'll save the money we've got and get the reactivated ziggurat, because that upkeep reduction is going to be quite useful. The other option is this, the Opal Monument, because that will give us 5% upkeep reduction as well. But the extra campaign movement range, I think it's worth saving it for the moment. Arlo is going to increase his wind blasts. It's all very good. We've got a toehold on Norsca. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Now, I am slightly concerned that because the Defenders of the Great Plan never actually have any armies, their strength is so low that everyone's just going to attack them. Mind you, the strength ranking here suggests that it's not actually too far. We don't have a choice. We have to join in. Death to invaders. Peace treaty? I don't fucking think so. I can take that peace treaty and stuff it right up your bottom.
Your prestige grows, my lord.
Yeah, I know.
News of your conquests.
Okay, go on. Back in your box. Go and hang around schools again. Right, Rise the Coldbloods. Excellent. So we've got 2 plus... oh, all the monies. We've got almost 10k now. Right, Norsca and the Scarlings have confederated. That's less good. And we've got Sequence of Healing, so that's more casual replenishment rate. That's good. And now we need to hold. We need to get the Defenders of the Old Ones to hold 8 settlements. Fair enough. Okay, how's the army looking? Still a little bit, but I don't want to waste any time. We're going to head straight for Bjornling's Gathering. I'm hoping we can reach... I think we can reach that next turn as well. So let's camp up. And we're going to build the ziggurats. And we have enough money to get... I think we're going to get the Old Bomber Monument. We could get... like the skink cohorts, because they're quite cheap, so we could fill our army out with them. Well, we could get another unit, but I think let's do that. Let's do that. Good. Okay, and research. Now, we could go for this sequence of expansion. That would give us more horde growth and horde building construction cost, which would be nice. Or we could go for the sequence of the skirmisher, which would be buffs for skinks, which would then lead on to, like, buffs for the Cyrus. I'm kind of tempted to do that. Let's do that. Let's get the sequence of the skirmisher. As they are naturally the weaker sub-race of the lizard men, the skinks can be strengthened by completing the sequence correctly, increasing their worth on the battlefield exponentially. Sounds good to me. Let's do that. Right, so without further ado, we're going to head straight for Bjornling's Gathering and hit that off. We take so much attrition. Oh, just in case you're wondering, the reason we weren't taking attrition before was because we have a buff, which we've lost now, which was the reconquest of Conquata. So for about 10 turns at the start of the campaign, you're basically immune to all forms of attrition. But as soon as that drops away, as you can see, you start taking quite a chunk of attrition just for being in chaos territory, which isn't ideal. But let's try and drop that chaos attrition, corruption, by taking Bjornling's Gathering. Turns out the Nakai is very good with animals. For example, this rather bad dog. Yeah, that's what you do with them. Nakai did manage to knock himself out doing that, but to be fair, what a hit. Elsewhere, the emotional support crocodilios are hitting the Norscan ice trolls, and we've buffed them with harmonic convergence, so they're absolutely wrecking them. The skinks are coming around the flank. Skink chief coming through here. We've got spears fighting marauders all on the flank. There is Nakai still fighting the Skinwolf Werekin. It's not going entirely Nakai's way, but I think we'll win this. It's fine. Victory is assured after all. Our Cyrus are doing pretty well against the marauders. We've got some good surrounds here. We've got the average crocodiles beating up these marauder champions. Good little hit there. We've got them in the back. They are going down pretty quickly. Yep, there are some wavering units in the centre here. Nakai is... We've healed him up. He's now got his healing potion on. And he is finishing off this Werekin. Now that the marauders have run away. What was... Nakai, what was that? You just rammed some of your own Cyrus for no good reason. That's it. Finish off the Werekin. Look, he's getting away. Bad dog. Oh, well. No biggie. Okay, good fights. Nice easy win. Let's... Yeah, more red. We've got a Pigeon Plucker Pendant. That thing's awful. And Ruin's End. And an Artifact Hunter. Okay, good. Could we pop the Artifact Hunter on... I think Nakai already has one. Let's go for Sacred Croxagores, because, yes, I want my Crocky boys to be the very best. Can't put Artifact Hunter on you. Interesting. Okay, well, we can put them on you then. So, more item drop chance and item stealing chance. Good. Works for me. Right, we're still getting Chaos Corruption, but if we encamp, we'll heal up nice and quickly. Excellent. And we can get more replenished troops. Lovely. Good. Okay, so far, so good. We've got two settlements in Norsca. Public order's not great. Chaos Corruption is dropping rapidly, though, by 6% a turn at the moment. How's Chaos Corruption here? Dropping to 39%. Okay, dropping 3. Okay, good. Excellent. So, what do we do next? Well, I think we need to head for Grayling Moot, Naglafari Plain, and Doomkeep. If we can take all of them... In fact, if we could just take Grayling Moot. Have we met the Agol yet? No. I don't really want to travel over here, because if I do, I'll probably get in contact with the Agol, and then they'll declare war on me, because, you know, Norscans. So I'm kind of tempted just to sort of just grab Grayling Moot, and then just cause them problems. I mean, currently they've got military presence, buildings. If we can take Grayling Moot, that'll start dropping the Chaos Corruption. Because like if we have a look at Pack Ice Bay, because Pack Ice Bay is in Vanaheim Mountains, and as you can see, currently public order is only because they've got military presence is at 17. As soon as the military leaves, they're going to start losing public order due to lack of corruption, which means they're kind of stuffed.
I've been looking forward to this.
Have you?
Prepare to be ripped to shreds.
Right, I'm going to...
Yes.
Okay, a peace treaty, thank you. Right, because basically I can't be bothered to deal with them at the moment. What we're going to do is concentrate on taking down the Hellspire tribe, I think. I don't think the Vanaheimlings are much of a concern, so we're just going to ignore them. And hope they just die by themselves. Fingers crossed. Ah. Hello, Wulfric. Guess you want to go as well, do you? Okay. Okay. 2 can play at that game. By which I mean fight a war. Generally takes 2. Right, so we're now at war with Wulfric. But I'm okay with that, actually. I am okay with that. What we're going to do is we're kind of going to ignore Wulfric for the moment, just because I know he... How's our replenishment doing? Let's check that. Fine, although that Chaos Corruption is really going to kick my ass. Okay, let's head over here, because this little point apparently is still our territory for some reason. We'll head for Grayling Moot. I think Wulfric's probably down here. He also dealt with a scaling, so he could be up here. And he's probably got about an army and a half at the moment, which is not good for me. I could get more Croxigors, though. Yeah, I'm going to get more Croxigors, because you can't go wrong with more Croxigors. Can you? Asking for a friend. So that's 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 6, 8. Yeah, I don't think I can afford them. I feel like once I've got a stack up, I'll be in a much better place. At the moment, it's precarious, because if I get jumped by a couple of armies, I'm fucked. Okay, our skinks are marginally better. That's a win. Let's get Sequence of the Warrior. Asara's already near Peerless Warriors. This sequence, if completed carefully and to the letter, will increase their battlefield capabilities even further. More weapon strength and melee defense. Now, Saras, as a base level unit, have a shit ton of weapon strength already. In fact, their armor-piercing damage is better than some armor-piercing units. So they're just generally pretty good. Where they fall down is they don't usually have as much melee attack as some of the other sort of like base-level units. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. Can we reach that? We might be able to reach it now. Go for it. Oh, just out of range. Okay, we can get that next turn. No problem. Arlo, you're going to get... Wind Blast is quite cheap. I do like Harmonic Convergence. Let's go. No, I'm going to change mine. I'm going to go Curse of Midnight Wind, just because it's a good spell. Good spell to have. Could upgrade to the Restored Spawning Chamber. It's going to take a while before we've got any growth spare. We need 6 growth next, which is quite a chunk. I would quite like... I don't know about the Salamanders. Mind you, we don't really have much anti-large or range, so maybe that could be a good shout. The other option is maybe Colbon Spear Riders. That could be an option. Pterodon Riders, useful, but not, I think, like, good to have, but not this. I can probably live without them for the moment. I'm thinking, I mean, this one will apparently give us Army Ability Feral Cold ones, which would be quite useful. So maybe we go for the Hunting Pack Pen next and aim for something like that. Yeah, how's the Chaos Corruption here? Okay, Public Order is dropping very, very quickly. Chaos Corruption is dropping quickly, but not as quickly as I would like it to. Okay. Let's go and hit Grayling Moot. I think we can just auto-resolve that. I think we've had enough settlement battles, haven't we? And let's go for more reds. Okay, we've got another artifact hunter. That's not bad. And Nakai is apparently a butcher. Well, needs must. Let's go and hit Doom Keep. Because...
Slaughter the sheep.
Well, there's Wulfric. Don't really want to fight him at the moment. How's he feel about me? He's actually quite likes me because I'm kicking the shit out of... Oh no, they hate me. Because I had them selected, so I was looking at how the Varg feel about Wulfric, and apparently they like him because he's at war with me. This is kind of my concern, is they're going to bond over their war with me, and then all be at war with me at the same time. Oh, holy shit, I could get Sky Plaza. Do I get Sky Plaza? Kind of feel like I should get Sky Plaza. Let's get Sky Plaza. And in the meantime, we don't have any money, so we can't do anything else. Right, we're going to head for Doom Keep. That's coming up next. I don't know where Wulfric is, but I'm sure he's around somewhere. I'm going to have to keep it, because I can't see my... I can only see just around my vassal's territory. So if anyone's like laying siege to them, I can see it. But if anyone's like here, I can't see it. So I've got to keep a little close eye on anything, or anyone moving around their territory, because if they are coming up behind me, I don't want to get surrounded. Let's give Matadan the... Oh, can we not give you... Are you the only one? Have we just got multiple artifact hunters? Is that a thing? Apparently so. Don't think we've got any... Oh, we just got the cleaver and the pigeon plucker pendant, which, as we know, is complete garbage. But never mind. Okay, so next up, we're going to hit Doom Peak, and then maybe take on Wulfric. Could be messy, but then we need to take on Wulfric as well. So all that coming up, but that's going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Nakai campaign.